Okay, so we're checking out the only game where you can create true division in the world by putting only half of the entire planet in lockdown. It's City Skylines. So the last time we had split the United States into halves and then tortured each side in order to see where people enjoyed living more with those rookie numbers. Today we're gonna torture the whole goddamn planet. What I wanna do is split the planet into two different halves and make one half just involved in constant death and sorrow, and the other half just a utopia of happiness and the appropriate amount of education and everything to keep everyone in line. I wanna see which side attracts more citizens, and then once we've leveled out the population, I want to cause endless Ragnarok level destruction across the entire planet and see where the last family manages to survive at. I also have to take the opportunity to mention a couple of things on this map that make me very happy. I love how Australia is just one giant sand dune with a bunch of angry animals kind of like wandering about. I will mention though, as someone from Florida, this is an absolutely unrealistic representation of the penis state. Look at this. You see this? Mountains. Topography. We do not have this. You know what? Hold on, let me fix this real quick. I can't destroy the entire planet with Florida looking like this. Whoops. Well, I may have increased the power of the digging tool a little bit too much. You know what? Might as well just cut Florida off completely. There we go. So my plan is to make true division across the entire planet. In order to do this though, so that it actually looks correct, I actually have to increase the height of the entire planet, which is a pain in the ass, but it has to be done. Oh, what could go wrong? I don't know how else to say this, but effectively what I'm doing is giving the entire planet an erection. Boom, good enough. We don't need to go too far into Antarctica because quite frankly, they have enough problems as it is. What just happened to the boat that was here a second ago? What the hell? It's like one of those goddamn posters that when you look at it with slightly crossed eyes, you see a dolphin molesting an elephant on top of a sailboat or something. All right, so now what you do is you cut a nice swath through the entire planet. I'm gonna do it somewhere right around here in Florida because I do want Australia to be on our side. Florida man and Australian man have a lot in common. All right, kind of do that there. Grab this. Show everyone how bad you are at creating a straight line. So you got your party boat over here. You may be saying to yourself, but Gray, there's a giant like 4-mile deep chasm. Where in the planet could it possibly go? I like how Carnival's over here and they're like, we don't need physics where we're going. Spider boat does whatever the hell it wants. All right, I went ahead and increased the water level here. I still think it's fantastic how the boats get vomited out. Rockdale. No, I don't think so. It's a whole new world, but with less Aladdin. Never mind, I can't fit Aladdin, so now everyone's just gonna be guessing. What does it have less of? Probably happiness. All right, since we're used to the horrors of everything in this planet to the south, the southern people are gonna get the short end of the stick. The first year I moved to Florida, I had the enjoyment of having a hurricane that ended up putting about 4 dozen shingles into my car like freaking shuriken. It was a great way to get welcome to hurricane season. To the north though, you guys will get decorative trees. I decided to change the outlook of the entire planet because I have commitment issues, and oh my god, it is screwing up the road system. It also forces Florida and Australia to be on different teams, but it'll be fine. There was too much awesome on one team. This also will allow me to create 2 little quadrants that I can absolutely destroy the 2 sides of the whole planet. Australia should feel pretty good though. They're gonna get all the good stuff. Everyone who's on the Florida team, we're getting the shaft. The only difference is over here in Florida, we're used to it. Every proper slum starts with a mountain of regret. I appreciate how sometimes the roads just decide to go wherever they want. Look at this. What the hell happened here? I told this road to go clean its room and it was like, go fuck yourself. Just you wait, you bastard roads. I'm not gonna feel bad about destroying the entire planet. Here, Mexico, you can have some too. Oh yeah, this is turning out exactly how I thought it would, which is to say terribly. If there's one thing I learned in City Skylines, when in doubt, add more roads. I think when you look at this, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. First, do you have OCD? Second, do you now have an aneurysm? Don't mind me, I'm just crossing the proverbial streams over here. That is just hideous. On the plus side, we managed to capture not only 1, but 2 boats. All right, the slums will begin. All right, let's see here. The United States is gonna be all the places where everyone gets hepatitis. That right there. Oh, wouldn't want to forget Washington. Hold on. All right, Canada's gonna be the place where people mostly just buy coffee and shoes. I like that there's a couple of stores way the hell up here in like the upper atmosphere. I just thought about this. I didn't want to have to do this to you, Mexico. You just kind of rolled the wrong side of the die, but you're getting all the industrial zones. Actually, what the hell? I'll give South America a bunch of industrial zones too. I've decided to suck up the Gulf of Mexico and pump all the garbage somewhere over by Michigan. Jesus Christ! Putting this symbol in the middle of the planet was like the worst idea I ever had. It's creating a 50-mile high wave. It's fine. I mean, after the wave comes and cleanses most of the planet, whoever's left will be the strongest. So doing this apparently angered the gods of Atlantis, and the entirety of this side of the planet got washed away almost immediately, so everyone's going to have to live on this upper tier here. It's fine. The United States and America died together as friends. The only difference really was the cries of disbelief. The Americans were like, fuck. The Canadians were like, that's unfortunate. This will be like the one area, the slash in the middle, where the two species can intertwine together. You always want plenty of power. Think of whatever would be excessive and then multiply it by 10. So this was the original land? People are still trying to live down here. Look at the horror. The roads are just constantly filled with water and feces. Doesn't matter how much fecal material there is, though. Plenty of people always want delicious meat right next to the antibiotics. If there's one thing we're good at over here in the United States, it's injecting our meat with various things. Now on the plus side, on the upper tier over here, things are going quite well. Clearly this place is ready to have inhabitants. I'm actually kind of curious where people will mostly inhabit. A land of constant death and horror, or a place where you could probably legitimately live. I legitimately wasn't sure that anyone would actually want to move here, but apparently people do. Fresh water will finally be running in the city. Oh, there's plenty of water running in the city. People want a police presence on this side. We're going into lockdown, so they're going to get plenty of police presence. Does this make you happy? How about some more? Look at the happiness spread. I'm not sure this would happen like this in real life. Need plenty of prisons. It is just absolute chaos down here. For some reason, people still want to live in this place. The cool part is I've captured all of the water. So if you notice, there's no water left on the entire planet. It's all just inside of here now. I feel like this is a really bad representation of Michigan. All right, sadly, we get no hospitals over here, which is kind of bad because everyone on this side of the planet is learning to live with dead people. Of course, going across town is kind of a pain in the ass. Alrighty, so looking at the happiness over here, everyone's unhappy and they all want to die. That's good. The health is awful, but there isn't a shred of crime because everyone's too busy butt vomiting out their organs. I mean, I guess in a horrible way, everyone being violently ill and sad is the secret to reducing crime. All right, time to start building up the other side. They're getting complete lawlessness, but on the plus side, they're actually gonna have places to heal them. So I've allowed a bunch of time to go by, and that side of the world has gotten 1,876 people. In a minute here, I'm gonna open up the lands of happiness and bliss, and we will see how many people it attracts. Now, don't get me wrong, while everyone's gonna have plenty of money and things to do, they're also going to get constantly violated because there's gonna be no police presence. I think the game is finally getting pissed at how many of these things I put down. The more wind turbines, the better, god damn it. All right. All of the low-density residential areas will be up here. Obviously, a great deal of them in Russia. Low-density commercial zones, plenty of that in China. Again, it just kind of turned out that way. And yeah, Australia, sorry, you're getting the industry. All right, they're gonna have plenty of hospitals. Put a couple of parks in here. You know things are getting bad when you click on the terrain tool and it takes about 1.5 minutes to load it up. I forgot to mention too, this side's actually gonna get education. Oh, 10 FPS, my old friend. You are making my graphics card's penis bend. Maybe if we drop down the quality, we can get even more excessive. Look at the side of the planet. It's just an abandoned hellhole of trash and death. I think I'm legitimately about to give this game a seizure. Every time I click on something, I can feel my processor bringing a lawsuit against me. It's like, this is abuse. What do people have to say about this town? Turning trash into energy is a win-win situation for the city. In case you're wondering, Holly isn't talking about like cans and bottles. She's talking about the dead. Look at what we've done to this map. It's like 4 FPS. We'll see if more people decide to live over here than on the other side of the planet that's in lockdown. Oh yeah. Look at the traffic here now. I'm not sure if you can see it or if you're getting a seizure, but there's definitely a lot of traffic. There you go. Now you get a better view of it. Hashtag no more homeschooling. God, that's relevant. Okay, we're back in action. I got things running again. Just thought I'd take a minute so that we could walk through the streets of this side of the planet together, you know, just to see how things are doing over here. It looks like the apocalypse. People are definitely not following safety laws. I appreciate that they've learned to live over here despite a large portion of the entire area being constantly underwater. This side of the planet has created some resilient bastards. This guy's getting around on a goddamn motor scooter. That takes balls. Look at him just driving through the water. No one cares. I like how there's a bunch of prisoners and then there's like this guy. Is this a guard? It just looks like some dude got lost. This is the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen. Who the hell is over here working at the police station that can afford a supercar? I think what I find most interesting is that because there's no law over here, everyone just keeps setting stuff on fire. Someone burned down the hospital, you bastards. Looking at the two different sides of the planet. You have a lot of red anguish and death over here, and a lot of blue happiness. The healthcare differences is amazing. The land value is definitely higher on this side of the world. See this, the closer you get to Australia, the higher the land value goes. Most of the pollution ended up around Florida. God damn it. So people are definitely happier on the other side of the planet, but the thing that blows my mind is that there are still high-rises in here that are fully decked out with people. I get it, they're uneducated people, but they're still people, all right? They're edible, just like everybody else. At this point, it's time for global warming to come because we've finished getting as many people as possible. We managed 1,800 on this side and 2,400 on this side. Now it is time to see who will survive the cleansing. What is the cleansing, you may ask? It's like global warming, but a lot worse. All right, that immediately killed 2,000 people. It's right about what I was hoping for. I don't really know what a level 25.5 thunderstorm will do. Might as well find out, though. It really didn't do anything. I'm not impressed. Never mind, I'm getting slightly more impressed now. Holy sh! It's a thunderstorm that legitimately spans the entire planet. Yes, burn! The apocalypse has legitimately come. There will be no survivors. Okay, so this is pretty ironic. The incineration plant is the thing that got hit by the lightning and is burning. Yeah, you're making your money now, aren't you, Mr. Pilot? Okay, the old level 25.5 tornado is a lot worse than I had previously anticipated. That's right. Who will be left alive? Who has the will to live? Look at the size of the tornado. This is actually a good time to get a close-up of the rock penises that managed to formulate around my entire little no smoking sign. Nothing like yeeting some buildings into the atmosphere. I think somewhere there's some meteor strikes happening too. I just can't tell. Yep. Here we go. Come on, we gotta get all the way down to like only a couple people left. I took the dog for a walk, but she seemed more interested in flying. This is a woman who's been wanting to get rid of her husband's dog for the longest time. All right, we're down to 454 people. Today I'll go and try out my new kite. Hashtag tornado. Hashtag kite weather. I feel like I've tortured people so much on this map that they're just used to the pain. Why am I living in this depressing city? That's what I've been asking you this whole goddamn time. The tornado comments are legitimately the best. All right, there is now 3 people left alive. The question is, which side did they manage to stay alive in? They're all right here. It's all 3 uneducated people on the nice side of the planet. Well, I had hoped that the constant agony would have taught people on the left side to survive almost anything. They came close, but they didn't quite make it. Well, folks, I guess I'll leave you with this image right now. Hope you enjoyed this episode of City Skylines. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.